Toastmasters Club, District 51, Area P1. I'm making this short video because my members have been asking me questions on how do we get into Pathways and how do we sign up and how do we use the website. So hopefully this video will be used as a guide for them to get on the Pathways, and it might be of use for everyone else as well. So for the purpose of this video, I'm using the account of my VPPR, Vice President Public Relations, Joyce. So thanks, Joyce. And you need to actually have a profile. You need to actually set up an account on this website. If you haven't done that, if you're a new member, just click login, and then if you haven't got a profile at all, just click forgot password, and you should be able to get a password reset email sent to the email that you use for your Toastmasters International account. And once you log in, you will see this welcome page. And now let's get started. To go to Pathways, let's go into this tab here, Pathways, and there are two choices that you can make. You can go right to the base camp, which is kind of like your database, your profile for the Pathways education program, or you can actually take the assessment. So if you go to base camp, you can choose a path out of 10 paths immediately. You can also take the assessment for the system to propose 3 paths for you. So it really depends on what you actually want. And for the purpose of this video, I will just go to take the assessment. Clicking this will bring you to this page here. Again, there are two options. You can actually go right into the base camp where you can choose a path online, or you can choose printed materials where you need to pay an additional $25 materials fee. Well, we live in the age of technology, so most of us will just go for the online base camp, which is a lot easier, and the first path is always free. So take your assessment, click the tab down here. Select the assessment language and then get started. There will be a series of questions for you to answer, and just answer them as to what you feel would serve your professional career or the very reason you joined Toastmasters. Some might join for social purposes, some for professional. So you make up your mind which 3 topics you'll be interested to develop yourself more. And answering these questions will allow the system to pinpoint 3 particular paths which will be of use to you, and you get to make the final decision. So I'm just going to answer this very randomly because Joyce has indicated the path which she wanted. So I'm just going to go through this really quickly here. These questions are really easy to answer, so it shouldn't take you more than about 5 to 10 minutes to answer them. And I believe here's the last one. Okay, so we have 3 paths selected by the system for Joyce: visionary communication, effective coaching, motivational strategies. To help you understand what each path does, you could actually read the first sentence here and to see if this path helps in a path in your career. If you see yourself to be a strategic communicator and leader in your line of work or in your social life, then perhaps this could be a path for you. You might also want to just check out what does a path culminates in, because each path consists of 5 levels, and to complete level 5 you need to do a long-term project, which is a bit longer than usual, but it's very rewarding. You want to know what these ones are, so they are different for each and every of the path. For example, effective coaching, you need to actually do a high performance leadership project, or the HPL, which is similar but not exactly the same with the ones in the traditional path. If you are doing a motivational strategies, you will need to complete a team building project. So these are the differences between each path, and these are the 3 paths being selected by Toastmasters International. You do not actually need to select any of these 3 though. You could actually go to the other 7 which the Toastmasters International didn't select for you. You can pick any one of them, and that will be your first path in Pathways. So these are the 3 top ones, and these are the 7 which were not chosen. To know more about any of them, you can actually click read more, and this gives the same description with the ones on the top 3. You won't be able to see each and every detailed projects within the path. If that matters to you, you can actually go to another website which you can Google it. Just Google for the path, and I think there are a lot of resources out there on what are the projects in each particular path. Safe to say for now, there are 10 paths. Choose one and you'll get started on your path-based journey very immediately. Joyce has chosen persuasive influence ahead of this video, so I'm just going to click right here, and if you have decided that this is the path that you want, choose this path. This tab is also applicable to the top 3. Once you click on it, this screen will appear. Please confirm if you would like to proceed with this path. Once you have selected the path, you will not be able to change it after a month. And if you want to change it within the month where you have selected the path, you will actually need to cancel the order and make a new order, which is a bit of a hassle. So I would highly recommend that you have selected a path and not change it. Get started on it right away. After all, after completing this path, you can always go for another path for an additional $20 to continue on your journey in Toastmasters International. So if you have confirmed to proceed with this path, click continue, and it will take a little while, and here we go. So you will see this thank you page here, and once again you can choose to either return to the pathway start page or to explore the base camp. So let's have a look at the base camp. This is the base camp for pathways. There are quite a lot of things here really, and I will leave it to you to discover some of the rest. I'll just go through the important ones. In this base camp here, there are in total 5 tabs. If you need help on base camp at any time of the day, or even just with Toastmasters International club meetings in general, you can always go to Navigating Base Camp, which will launch a series of slides to help you understand pathways, Toastmasters, and club meetings. And as for the other 4, the one that matters the most would be My Education Transcript. This is where I believe most members will spend most of their time. If you click on this My Education Transcript tab, so it will bring you here to this Education Transcript page. You could see that your path has already been logged in as one of the programs that you need to do. The other one being Navigator, which is just the help page for pathways. Open up the curriculum to see what is in it now that you have chosen the path. So this is the real deal. This is where you can see all your 5 levels for your Persuasive Influence curriculum. So it's good. And as I've mentioned, each path consists of 5 levels. So there's level 1, the elementary, level 2, level 3, 4, and 5. Level 1 is pretty much the same for each and every path. Level 2 onwards will differ slightly for each and every path here. And level 5 is where you will do the long-term project. And if you click on each and every of the levels, you could see very briefly what are the projects that you will need to complete. You wouldn't be able to see the projects which to be completed if you have not completed the first project. So some of these projects require the completion of a prior training before you can open them. But everyone starts with an icebreaker. I'll just show you a bit of the rest, and this is for level 2. These are the projects that you will need to complete for level 2. For good measure, it is recommended that you complete the project progressively, one after another. And so let's activate the icebreaker project to kick off your first speech in Pathways. It's that simple. There is no due date. You can do it at your own pace. Launch it. and be sure that you have unblocked the pop-up blocker, because otherwise screens like this will not be able to launch. It takes some time to load each and every project. Still taking a bit of time here. I said let's try that again. Icebreaker project. So this is the screen that will come up to begin your very first speech, icebreaker. This is an interactive screen, so there will be a lot of sections where there will be some other information that you can get at the side and everywhere. You just need to check it out for yourself. And these are the sections in each and every project. So if you want to jump to any of these sections, you may, but it's recommended that you read through the entire set of slides. To complete a project, all you got to do is to complete this last section here, assess your skills after, which is to be completed after you have completed your assignment, which in this case is an icebreaker speech. If you want to know what your assignments are, you can always go to the project checklist, which will allow you to download this list, which will allow you to know what are the requirements to complete this particular project. For icebreaker, it is just a 4 to 6 minute speech. Just go back to the screen here. At any point of time, you can go back to home, which will bring you back to the opening page. Go to the transcript once again, and the last thing I want to show you really is the e-portfolio, which is a very interesting and useful feature. In this e-portfolio, you can actually store your speech evaluations in this document here. Just click on this and add file. So you're able to put in all your speech outlines, your speech evaluation. This is not mandatory, but it is important to monitor your growth. So I highly recommend that each member does this. So back to Basecamp again. After you complete each level, you need to actually click on this one, level 1 completion, which will allow you to send a request to your Vice President Education to log in that you have completed each level. So this is the control measure introduced by the Toastmasters. If you have not completed this one, if your VPE does not approve you to go to the next level, you will not be able to access the contents in the level 2 page. Same goes to any other levels. So this is it. I hope that this link has been useful, and I hope that you will all enjoy your journey in Pathways.